shave of the day. This is Salem. Say hi, Salem. Isn't he beautiful? I love this cat. He is gorgeous. I'll stand back so you can see how big he is. Salem is a biggie. He's a stray, believe it or not, that we just got lucky, I guess. He came to us. And he also decided he was going to be in on the shave of the day. I didn't invite him. He brought it upon himself. You don't invite a cat. If you know anything about cats, you don't invite a cat. Or you can invite them, but it's like taking a horse to water, as the old saying was, right? You can take them to water, but you can't make them drink. Exactly. Cats are funny creatures. And I was only a cat lover as of the past couple of years. And I'm afraid to say, sadly enough, my very first cat that I ever owned, I had to put asleep a year ago, 2 years ago, this past Christmas. So anyway, that's okay, because we've got Salem now, and Salem is an awesome cat. And today, speaking of awesome, this is an awesome brush, my Ever-Ready C40. I love this brush. It's been completely restored, and it looks like brand new. It's a great brush. The soap that I'm using today is something that's really new. I'm talking like brand new. They just started this soap company not long ago. The guy is a licensed optician. He sells glasses and contact lenses. So he decided, well, hey, I'm gonna start selling soap or shave soaps to the public. And I'll call it the first Canadian shave soap company. That's right. He had actually been making soaps for about 15 years prior to that for his family. His name is Barrie Hoffman. He's a good guy, and he sent this soap for me to test out. So today I'm going to test it. I don't know whether or not it's going to lather great or whatever the case may be, because I haven't tried it yet. But we will try that momentarily. I currently have it blooming. It smells pretty decent from what I've just whiffed right out of the plastic container. He says that this would pair great with Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, or some Issey Miyake and the Eau de Issey Pour Homme. But I didn't have any Issey Miyake. I did have, however, some Acqua di Gio, but I had used it all. So I'm inserting Dolce and Gabbana light blue. How's that? It'll have to do. I am out of my Acqua di Gio. I love it. It's good stuff, but I'm just out. Anyway, this particular soap, he says, is designed specifically for straight razor shaving. So I had to bring out the straight razor. Today I'm using the Dovo Prima Clang. This is an excellent 5/8 razor, Solingen steel, and it's really sweet. I just wish that it had a little more, or at least some jimping on it. It doesn't have any jimping on the bottom of the spine or the top, and that would make it a lot easier to hold on to when you've got big ass hands. So that looks about like a 4/8 in my hands, but we will survive one way or the other. Now I wanted to tell you a little bit about Brian. Brian is a father of 4. I think he has like 3 girls and a boy. And he also has a Shih Tzu, or a Shih Tzu as they say. Some people call it differently. It's a dog named Dexter. This guy, he said, is a little killer, that dog. So we're going to keep him away from Salem the cat, okay? Anyway, he just decided to start making and selling shave soap under the name of course, the first Canadian shave soap company. And as I said, this soap is supposedly designed for straight razor shaving because it protects the skin, and it allows the razor to glide across a cushion of the soap over in between the skin and the beard, of course. He says that's a very important aspect of this particular soap. It does have stearic acid, cocos, which is coconut oil. It has tallow, castor oil, glycerin, lanolin, shea butter, fragrance, and silk. And as far as the scent goes, it's sort of like a floral fragrance. It's really a floral fragrance. But, you know, when you say the name of this soap, you're going to know why. The name of the soap is Mañana De Lila. Tomorrow, Lila, or lilac, as in lilac soap or lilac scent, lilac flowers, and this is lilac. I like that scent of lilac. For this particular soap, I do. I have some lilac from Ed Pinode aftershave that's not the best in the world, I'll be honest, but this stuff smells decent. It really does. So I'm going to give it a fair shot and see how it goes. He says that it's a strong Lilac Neroli fragrance with base notes of vetiver and sandalwood, and YlangYlang takes some edge off the Neroli and Rosemary, adds some herbaceous interest. The top notes are made up of bergamot and lemon. So right now I'm going to wet the bristles of my ever-ready C40 brush down. Just squeeze out a little bit of water. I was going to put on some pre-shave that I had, and I thought, well, hey, I'll just put on some that Dr. John sent me. John Applin sent me some by mistake. The Savannah Sunrise. You've seen it probably before. It's in a different container than this, but he accidentally sent this, and he went ahead and gave it to me. And it smells pretty decent. Actually, what I'm smelling is gardenia. My wife and I had a big argument over, well, not really arguing, but a battle, I guess, over what is that scent? And she said, it's gardenia. She was right, I was wrong. It has peach, gardenia, jasmine, honeysuckle, and orange. And it's called Savannah Sunrise. It's a pre-shave. So I'm going to just go ahead and load the pre-shave with my brush. I'm going to use the same brush. Nothing weird or different here. And it feels good. I've got like a 3-day beard going, so I'm sure this is going to be very important to help that soap that I'm getting ready to apply. I've never used a pre-shave that's in the form of a solid or a puck like this. Just thought I'd spread it on with a brush, a lot easier than if I were to try to do it by hand or whatever. So it is in a puck anyway, so I'll just go ahead and coat her up. Making sure that it's adequately coated. And I think it is. Okay. Thank you, Dr. John, for that. Even though it was an accident that he sent it to me. Okay, putting on the bloom water right now. I like this. Mañana De Lila, which is Lilac Morning. That's what it stands for. Okay. Mañana, see, tomorrow or morning, and that is a nice smelling scent. But I'm not going to put it on mañana, I'm putting it on today. I'm going to load the brush right now. Mañana De Lila, Lilac Morning. Seems to be loading up rather nicely. It's not really creating a lather inside the bowl or the puck. I'm not sure if I have enough water on it yet, but we'll see. Okay, look at that. Lathering up rather nicely. Brian asked if I would give him a rundown of this, and I told him, yeah, but I was going to be extra fair. You know, I don't just normally do a lot of testing on soaps. I normally already have approved of the soap. Well, I got it on my glasses. I normally have already approved of the soap prior to using it. That's just me, you know. It's something I do. I have to be able to see though, so I'm wiping this off. I have an upcoming eye doctor's appointment too, because it's been too long since I've been to the doctor. Maybe I could go see Brian. He's an optician. I'm going to put a little more water in on this right here because it seems like it's a rather thirsty soap. I think it is. The coating that I have right now is, it's all right, but it's not there yet. Now that's more like it. It is a thirsty soap, like I said. Making the cat sneeze. Normally people are allergic to the cat. The cat's allergic to the soap. Funny. So, latherability, you know, it's going on really nicely. It's not a major amount of lather or anything, but it does put on the type of lather I like. I like a thin to thick coating without a lot of foam, and that's basically what I've got going, as you can tell. That's the kind of lather I go for. Your mileage may vary. Mañana De Lila. Lilac Morning. Never thought I would really get into lilac after I used the Ed Pinot's lilac scent. It really is a very strong scent on the Ed Pinot aftershave. And I think lilac is one of those scents that you like or you don't like, you know. But definitely, the first Canadian soap or shave soap company has it going so far, so good. Latherability, I'm going to say maybe about an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, seems like it's well coated though and protecting the skin. We will soon find out. Here we go. Razor freshly stropped, the Dovo Prima Clang 5/8. Sort of like a singing razor, that I think they call these. Because you can hear them singing. So it's protecting the skin quite a bit. Does a good job so far. The consistency seems to do the trick. We will find out following the shave completely how it does. I'm going to do the downward pass on the opposite side. Okay. Very close. Going to do some trim up, of course, around the beard area. I'm just now checking it out a little bit. I'm going to recoat a little more. Wonder what got an optician into making soap. You know, I wonder things like that. Brian Hoffman is you're an optician, you know, your eye doctor you go to. I need to go see you. I really do. If you weren't in Canada, man, I'd be there. Just trimming a little right now. I have noticed that it sort of turns to a liquid state if you put a little too much water, just like most soaps do. it rinses easily off the blade. I just wanted to test that out because I normally just wipe it on my towel. But how quickly the soap dissipates off the razor is what I look for. And this one comes out flying colors doing that. Okay. Going to do the little trim around there again toward the beard line this time. Might as well do the upward pass while I'm at it. And then I'll wipe it down so I can see exactly how close I'm getting to the beard itself, the hairline. Need to go a little closer. That looks good. Upward pass over here. That's nice. Seems to be performing perfectly. I mean, no qualms whatsoever so far. I'm a little shaky. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. And when I say cups, I mean the big kind of mugs that you see on Friends, on Friends, the sitcom. I tend to do overkill, my wife says. Okay. Now I'm just going to wipe this down to see the beard line on this side. And that's pretty close. Looks good. Now I'm going to recoat the cheek, or the bottom of the neck area. I didn't get to go this side, so I'm trimming immediately under the beard area first because that area tends to grow thick on me. I have noticed this soap is a bubble slinger. You're going to sling a little suds off this one. Maybe I watered it down too much too. That's a possibility. Okay, just going to do a trim line right now on this side since I missed it earlier. Relather it. And follow up with the downward pass completely. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dropping suds. I think I got a little too much water. But that's okay, you can work with it as long as you like and get it to the consistency you prefer. I saw the other day that my buddy Peter Sharkalis did a review on this. So, did a great job. Good job, Peter. As always, of course. Bunch of good guys in the wet shaving community. Sorry if you heard my stomach growling. I apologize. I think the cat's over here hungry too, and that's either his stomach or my stomach growling. Okay, right now I'm going to load up the brush a little bit more, try to get rid of some of the water that I had overdone it with, of course. My wife says I tend to overdo things. She's also said that I had 2 speeds, high gear and off. And she's right. High gear and off. But this stuff really coats great. And I can see why that he said it's designed for straight razor shaving. I see that now. I know what you're talking about. First Canadian Shave Soap Company is located in, I believe, Barrie, Ontario. Barrie, is it Barrie? Let me see here. Yeah, Barrie, Ontario, Canada. B-A-R-R-I-E. Doing some upward pass now, just some follow-up. Check out, see how I did. I'm going to go across the grain. Just checking it, making sure I got everything. Trying not to hit my glasses. That's a pain, having to shave with glasses. I wish I could wear contacts, but I don't seem to have any luck with that. Maybe I'm seeing the wrong eye doctor. I would love to be able to just drive to Ontario just to see my eye doctor. That would be nice. Upward pass on the neck. Seems like a very close shave. Right now I've only done 1 pass, downward pass. Now I'm doing the upward stroke on my neck, and it doesn't seem like there's much there to get. Or you'd be able to hear it singing. This blade usually makes some noise. And you don't hear anything, so that means it's a close shave. The goatee area, and that's it. So I'm going to say that as far as closeness goes, it's up there. And that's it. Fairly quick too. And it seems like I have a good overall scent to go with it. I mean, it did last throughout the entire shave. It seems like it's a very it's not like overly powering or strong in that aspect, but it does a good job. He said this would pair well with Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, so I have ran out of that, but I do have some Dolce Gabbana light blue. I'm just going to apply that instead. And I think that stuff goes well with it as well. I always like to put on some post-shave. So today I'm using some Sandalwood from Truffet and Hill. This is aftershave balm. Only a small amount is all it takes. As far as a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an overall score of 8.5 overall. Only thing I didn't like was when I thought that I had overloaded it with water, but I retested it, and it came out a little bit runny even after the fact. So maybe I didn't properly load my brush. So that's what I'm thinking happened there. I will keep the 8.5 score though. That's a good score as far as I'm concerned for someone who's just starting out, not starting out making soap, but I mean starting out with a new company. I think that he's got it by the tail. I think so. Congratulations, Brian. Excellent, close, very close shave. He said that it was made specifically for a straight razor. I can see why. It is. It does a great job. That, of course, is it. My first Canadian shave soap company shave of the day with Mañana De Lila. That's Lilac Morning. So thank you once again for watching. I do appreciate it. Get out and have your shave. Get it on when you can. The shave, that is. Thanks once again. Peace.